Now you do have the ability to increase the pressure, the speed, or change the offset of each one of these tools in here. But hopefully what you're doing is setting those pressures and the speed on your cut conditions on your machine. That way you can test cut it on your machine. Other options that you have in the Cut Edit tab in Rasterlink is to be able to change your cut pinch roller pressures. So you'll notice in your machine you have the ability to change your pinch roller settings on the machine. That's why it is defaulted to the panel settings here. That means whichever settings you have your panel set up for your machine, it will use that setting. But if you want to change it for each individual job, you can do that here. So remember that this is going to change the settings for this job, but not going forward. So if you want to change it, you can come here and use the user definition and change your pressures here. Remember, you have low, medium, high, and this is just going to be the pinch rollers that are on the far right and far left of your material in the scan direction. What the pinch roller pressure settings for the cut condition, you have the ability to actually turn those inner pinch rollers off, which is actually nice if you're using a solvent machine and you're cutting before maybe the outgassing has finished all the way, and so you can actually set that the inner pinch rollers to off so that those pinch rollers are not rolling through your wet media. Now we'll go through the outer frame cut. An outer frame cut is kind of nice to be able to use. Is what it's going to do is it's actually going to cut around the outside of your artboard for you, so that you're not having to make that outline in your artwork, or if you're wanting to actually cut out each individual piece afterwards, you can do that. You can select the detail button here, and once again you can go to pick your user definition and pick the tool that you want to use. So if you're wanting to half cut those so that you can it puts that perf cut so you can pull it out, you can do so here, which is a nice feature to be able to do. Again, it says the outer frame. What that means is these gray lines here. That is going to be your outer frame of your artboard. But remember, because these two frames are next to each other without any space in between, you're going to get a double cut if we cut the outer frames of this as we see here. So you will want to go in and put some space in between these jobs here so that you're not having double cuts and your pieces falling out. Again, we'll go to our layout in the image edit, and I'll put some space in between. So if I come back, now I have 1/2 inch space between the outer frames of each one of my pieces of artwork. That way I do not have that double cut, and that will eliminate my pieces from falling out. So the next thing we're going to go over will be the print and cut adjust origin. If you're having problems with your cuts being off, you will want to run this print and cut origin adjust, and you can make adjustments in the X and Y axis to make sure that your cutting is as accurate as possible. This will need to be done for each resolution. You just click the print and cut origin adjust. This grid will come up. Make sure that you have your machine in remote. You click the add register marks and push OK, and it will send a job and your printer will automatically start printing. So after it's printing, it will also go and cut the pattern. Right now it's reading the registration marks. So of course after it's done cutting and you have gone to the adjustment on the keypad, which I'll show you in a second, it'll feed it out and you'll want to weed out your pattern. So once you've weeded out your pattern, you'll want to look at it and see which ones are the most accurate cut. Then you'll enter that into the keypad. So while you're still into remote, you'll hit adjust, go down to TP offset. Then your machine will ask you to input the X value and the Y value that you got. So this will be all today on the Cut Edit tab in Rasterlink. Please remember to always check back on Mimaki USA resources page to find any other information that you'd like to have dealing with Cut Edit or any other cutting. Thank you.